Welcome to CSSE PDC 2012. This afternoon's Exhibitor Spotlight, we have Hans Lofgreen from Jenalex Inc. Hans is the president of Jenalex. Welcome, Hans.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us a little bit how you heard about the CSSE Professional Development Conference?
Well, I've known about CSSE for over 30 years because that's how long I've been in the safety industry in Canada. And I used to run a company called Bilsom, and since 1990 I'm running my own business. And I was actually at your CSSE show in February this year, the local one in Ontario. And then I got an email about this show, and it's local, and we said, okay, let's try it, because I haven't been here since 92, and I was in Victoria, so that's many years ago.
That's fantastic. So you haven't been in a while, so you're kind of a first-timer.
Kind of.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your product and services?
We have basically two products. We're doing ergonomic lifting. Where we fit in is where two people normally lift something manually. So we don't lift tons. We lift up to maximum about 250 kg or 550 pounds. And we have different units. We have two product lines. One is the lift trolleys, where we have a unit with 4 wheels and a motor at the bottom and a chain going up and down. So we're lifting a platform up and down, or we have attachment where we can go in and squeeze something, we can turn it, tip it, and we can do all kinds of things with these. And these lifts are for intermittent use. You're doing it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times an hour. And then we have something that we call the quick lift system. It's another Swedish product, which is an intelligent lifting device where you touch the handle, and the handle, then the unit becomes the extension of the operator's arm. And if you move it up this speed, it goes that speed, and if you go like this, it goes that speed. And it's totally awesome. For instance, we're lifting 5,000 transmissions at a car manufacturer a week, and there's an operator that is guiding that with his eyes and his hand. And we're lifting chicken totes that weigh 30 kilos, and it's 24/7. Those totes come off the line every 10 seconds, and they palletizing it that. And they used to do that all manually, lifting excuse me, above shoulder level, and a lot of injuries. And after a month after they've had that system in use, all the complaints basically were gone.
Oh, wow.
So it's a totally unique system, and this is the secret here. It's a little handle, has little sensors on top here. So when you move it up, you need only 20 grams of force. You just move it up like this, and it follows you. And we're going down, and then it's totally balanced. You can lift 20 kilos at one time, and the next time you lift 40 kilos. The system senses exactly what it is, and as soon as you let go of the handle, the load is totally balanced.
Oh, okay. That's quite interesting.
It's awesome. It's been used in the automotive industry. For instance, we're lifting the engine frame for the Chevy Cruze, and we're taking it out of the welding cell, and then we're picking it up and we're tilting it up like this, and then we're twisting it this way or twisting it that way, and we're putting it into paint racks, and then it goes in and gets painted. And then we take them off there and put them into other racks, and then they go to GM, wherever they are manufacturing this unit.
Well, that's very interesting. Wow. I noticed you brought some other collateral with you as well that you can share.
Well, just to show you, if we talk about the quick lift, this is the standard unit. You have a pillar and an arm, which is actually aircraft extruded aluminum, and down here to the handle. This is all standard. And then below this, that's where we are having engineers that are developing specific tools that twist and turn, or can be very simple, can just have a hook. And then when we talk about the lift trolleys, it's another prop here. This is a basic lift trolley with 4 casters, all wheel swivel, brake at the back, and the push button. And down here we have a motor that goes up, and those motors are worm gear type motors, and as soon as you let go of the button, it stops, and the platform doesn't move anywhere. And you have on this unit, you have 2 speeds, you can go up and down. And as you can see here is a platform with a little V shape. And in this case, we have a roll of a very famous Swedish chocolate on it there. But we sold lots of these types of units to all the food companies in Canada. And a lot of pharmaceutical industry buy these lifts. So basically, you just push the button up and down. And then, as I said before, we can have units that grab them and twist them and turn them and do all kinds of stuff. So customization is our specialty. Because you have a standard unit, and then they want the legs a little bit wider. Try and ask Ford to buy a car if they want to widen the wheels an inch or so. But we do all those customizations, and the forks on a platform may need to be 2 inches longer, or we put rollers in front of the platform so that you can just slide boxes on there much easier. We do a lot of that stuff.
It sounds like you do a lot of things to differentiate yourself from the competition.
Well, there are other competitions that do some customizations as well, but the standard ones that you find in material handling catalogs and so on, they just sell the one product and that's it. While I would say 9 out of 10 units I sell is customized in some way.
If there was one thing about your product or service that you wanted delegates at the conference to know this year, what would it be?
Well, to steal a line from OH&S Canada's article in the last issue that they wrote about lifting devices, they call it a helping hand. And that's exactly what we are. We are a helping hand, and we can provide for CSSE, safety officers, ergonomists, a solution to their lift problem. We customize it. All units are certified. The lift trolleys are certified by Third-Party Test Institute in Europe, and then they are inspected here so that they comply with the Canadian Electrical Code, and the same thing for the quick lift systems. And the tooling that we make here is done by a Ontario professional engineer that runs the company that does all the tooling for that. And we really go in, and very often we go out of a sales call and we said, if it had been easy, we wouldn't be here, because then they would have solved it already.
That's a really good point. Would you recommend this conference to another colleague or business partner?
Absolutely. I like shows like this and it's a key that there's dedicated time slots for the exhibit, and it's written into the program, and the target group is right, and we are providing solutions for CSSE engineers, safety people, so that they can fulfill what they need to do in their plans. And it's all about staying in business, making a profit, and continue working and selling.
You're absolutely right. I mean, we owe a great deal of our success at the CSSE to all of our exhibitors, our sponsors, our delegates, our international guests.
Yeah.
And all together, we come and we put together a fantastic show and representation of the products available for the OHSC industry. So you're absolutely right. There is a hand to play. If someone wanted to come and find your booth at the conference, how would they find you?
They walk into the hall and they look to the left and they walk all the way to the far left corner, and we're right up by the wall there, and there's a booth with quite a lot of action if we are pushing the buttons and we're lifting and moving. We have the quick lift on display, we have two lift trolleys on display, and we got 2 big TV monitors with all kinds of applications running. And by the way, they're all on the website. You can go in on the website and you just click on them and they upload immediately, and you can watch them. And the website name, www.jenalex, spelled JENALEX.ca.
That's great. So that's Jenalex at booth number 114.
114.
Thank you so much.
Come and see us. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure talking with you this afternoon.
Thank you.